Hello and welcome to ET. Now you're watching IPO Central, and the company in focus this time is Jain Resource Recycling. It's a company which is into recycling and production of non-ferrous metals. The company's IPO is opening on September 24th, closes on 26th, price between 220 to 232, a fresh issue of 500 crores and OFS of 750 crores. So a total of 1250 crores in IPO. And the company is valued at little over 8,000 crores at the upper end of the price band. And joining me today is Kamlesh Jain, who is the managing director of the company, and Mayank Parekh, who is the joint managing director of the company. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on ET now.
Thank you.
Kamlesh, let me begin with you. It's a company which is new to the stock market. Explain and give us an idea of the business model that you have in this company.
So we are like a fourth generation company, and I'm the third, and my son is the fourth. It's basically a base metal, non-ferrous metal recycling, and we import various type of non-ferrous scraps like batteries, cables, aluminium, and this we buy locally also. And this raw material, what we buy globally and locally, we process and recycle it and take and make the finished goods like copper and copper alloy ingot, lead and lead alloy ingot, and aluminum and alloy ingot, which is used for various different industrial applications. And so when you circular economy, and the raw material is recycled and go back to same industry.
Give us a sense of what is the kind of dependence you have to imports, and how big is domestic market, because domestically we are not so organized in terms of recycling of non-ferrous or whether any other kind of waste metals.
Yes. So our major import is our major import, our purchase is from the imports side, and we also buy domestically. Domestically improving a lot now. The government push for recycling is very big, and we are now sourcing for domestic scrap also is going up, and we assume that it will go to higher level as the country is growing in a very robust way. So this scrap will come more, and it's getting more organized because of the regulations, rules of government also.
Mike, 750 crores in OFS and 500 crores in primary issue. What are you going to use the primary issue for?
So the primary issue basically would be used for repayment of the loans. Out of 500 crores, majority is going to be used in that, and some portion will be used for general purpose businesses.
What is the total debt that you have in your books?
Total debt would stand at somewhere around 900 crores at present.
And you will use what, say, 350 odd crores, 375 crores?
375 or something like that, yes.
Does this business require a lot of working capital? Kamlesh?
Yeah, it's a little capital intensive industry because of the we buy from globally, and we have to make payment on loading the material. The shipment schedule take time. Some countries like 30 days, some country taken 45 days, something 60 days also. So capital get blocked in while shipping, but once it comes, it's very fast, and around I think 38 days we are able to rotate the money from factory to the buyer's payment. So the majority money get blocked while shipping during the shipment time.
And how do you do that sourcing of your material? I mean, which are the countries from where you source normally?
So we source globally around I think 120 plus countries, and this sourcing happen round the clock, different time zone, and different executive we have to source, talk to suppliers, and we have regular suppliers who scrap yards, traders keep giving to us.
And when you refine the metal to refine metal alloys and ingots, which you do actually for lead, copper and aluminium, do you sell them globally or is it sold in the domestic market?
No, we do both exports and we sell locally also. So we export to main market for us. Copper is for mainly China and Korea, and lead is for Korea, and sometimes Japan also, and our aluminium goes to Japan, and domestically we sell to a lot of industries of copper and battery manufacturing and automobile casting of aluminium. We supply locally also, but major sale is of course exports.
Kamlesh, how do you manage this forex fluctuation? Is it a natural hedge for you, or there is a by the time you order and by the time it comes and the payments have to be made, how do you manage that forex translation which comes in? There is, because it could be volatile in that.
Yeah, yeah. So, as you could understand, a large chunk of import right now is from imports, uh, and we also do exports. So, to a large extent, to the extent we are exporting, we have natural hedge. Having said that, we have unhedged exposure of the purchase, which we have a very strong hedging mechanism and operation. We hedge by buying and selling forwards.
Give me a sense of are the supplies which you have from hundred odd countries which you said, do you have long term relationship or agreements with them for supply of these materials which you need to recycle?
Yes, so certain supplies we have some 3 months contracts, sometime long term also. So, but mostly are spot contract because of the scrap getting generated there and there. So there are global tenders, there are global domestic supplies, there are there are demolition happening globally for the plants and housing complexes. So it's keep coming, and the scrapyards they keep selling to us on spot market, and some are the long term also we have.
Relationship and contract tenure.
Yes.
So in this business, relationship matters a lot. So there are suppliers with whom we have relationship for decades. Uh, Contracts are generally spot contracts or short term, maybe 2 months, 3 months. But if you have long term relationship, the business continues.
What is the normally recovery rates from these scraps that you
So it is not uniform, sir. It depends on spec of the material. A different cable has got different copper content, and different batteries has got different type of lead content. So the suppliers give the spec. The contract specs matter. Based on the specification of the raw material, we buy the and give the price to them. So it is not uniform because it's scrap. So how can be it uniform?
So, give me an idea of the kind of refining capacity that you have now for various metals, whether it's copper, lead, or aluminum.
So we have a total capacity of more than 300,000 tons annually for aluminium, copper and lead put together. In this, of course, the lead constitutes the highest capacity, followed by copper and then aluminium.
And is there a plan to expand that capacity?
Of course. So we are expanding in various with the strategies we have. So we are going for expansion of this present capacities what we are manufacturing, and we also have planned to do the value addition product. So we are going for this copper cathodes and wire rods and copper flats production, and the present capacity also is getting increased.
What is the kind of capex for that actually, and how are you funding it? Because your current fundraise is for retiring some of the debt.
So we right now we are working on value addition project for the copper, in which we are making the high value added products of copper. So after we complete this project, there are more projects under study and in offing. In fact, the company has been profitable year on year. There are good internal accruals, which are enough to take care of the expansion projects.
Give me a sense of the pricing here, because you are looking at three pricing commodities: copper, lead, and aluminium, and globally the prices have been volatile for them. How does the pricing work for you when you do the sourcing? I'm sure that that also gets factored in the sourcing pricing. But when you sell, it's basically international prices that you sell to, right? In that sense. So, what is the kind of sensitivity that you have to pricing of these metals globally?
So we have some platforms called LME, the London Metal Exchange. The London Metal Exchange make the entire global price mechanism. They have copper, lead, aluminum, various non-ferrous metals. Now the whatever the raw material you buy are linked to the LME prices. So we have some formula. So based on the formula we buy. So let's say we buy LME into 80% into copper content. So LME into 80% into copper content, and we sell same material at LME into 105%, 102%, depends on the spec of the buyer, depends on the payment, various terms. So we have fixed formula to buy and to sell, and that formula we will place. So that the fluctuation in the price doesn't affect, because we have back-to-back hedging mechanism which take care of the risk of the fluctuation in the price.
How do you manage the margins here? Because 5.3% is the margin which you have for FY25, and it's gradually gone up in the last 2 years, but prices have also gone up. So I am assuming that that's a reflection of it's reflecting in the margins, because globally these non-ferrous metal prices have gone up. So it's a margin of 5. Is it possible that you can take it up, because now that, as you said, you're working on value-added copper? Does it help you in taking up the margin further?
So prices of the LME which go high or low doesn't matter to us, because we work on some kind of conversion margin, and we are not linked to the copper price goes from here 10,000 to 11,000 or 15,000. Doesn't affect us because we are hedged. Of course, the expansion what we are doing is a value-added product, and that will definitely add our EBITDA margin and it will go up in significant way. And I also feel that when the scale of operation is reduce the cost of production. So as and when we increase the scale of the production, the cost also will be going down. It's a process cost.
Mayank, give me a sense of the working capital and the inventory that you need to carry here, because and what is the normal conversion time? You mentioned the fact that when you're sourcing it takes 30-40 days for the material to come in, but once it comes in, what is the turnaround time before you can refine it and then you sell it back?
So as Kamleshji informed, it is around 40 days of the total working capital cycle, out of which we need some between 25 and 30 days to convert the material from the time it is received in the plant to the time we send it to the customer.
And what is normal inventory that you keep with you?
So that is what I mean. 25 to 30 days of inventory is what we keep.
And that's optimum for you in that sense.
Yes, if you look at our trends, the working capital efficiency has been going up. The present cycle of working capital of 40 days used to be higher. A year back used to be even higher 2 years back. Frankly, 25-30 days is very good efficiency, but we are not satisfied. I mean, we are working on this and we will bring it down further.
It's a sector which is emerging in that sense. You are into non-ferrous metals, but there's another recycling area which is now emerging, is the e-waste recycling, which is coming in. Does your business has an extension to go into e-waste recycling at some point in time, because that's also an emerging area which is there?
We have studied this domain very extensively, and so e-waste, when you talk of the generation, indigenous generation, it is pretty good. As an estimate, some 4 million tons of e-waste is getting generated in India, and there is still a dearth of organized recyclers. There are many, but not enough for the country. So this field is catching up. As far as we are concerned, if we get into this, yes, of course, there are synergies, and we are studying this. So we are positive about this.
Mike, if you can also give us an idea of the kind of cash flows that you will see every year, means from operations. Is it cash flow positive for you, and how does it do you see that increasing over a period of time?
So we earn the internal accruals, which is mainly deployed for working capital funding.
And that internal accruals are sufficient for that, because the kind of operations and the scalability that you're looking at, is that internal accruals fine for you?
Yeah, of course. This whatever the internal accruals we have and whatever the expansion going on, it will take care of that.
How is this sector growing, and what is the pace of this sector? And I'm asking this because this is a sector which is new to the street as well. So at what pace that you can scale up this business?
So as far as this sector, I mean, we are into non-ferrous metals, the lead and copper and aluminium, and these sectors are growing close to double-digit number year on year. But we supply these metals by recycling. So the recycling content is going up. So the growth of recycling is higher than the growth of these sectors.
And does it also help when bigger and larger players are entering this sector? Because we've heard about Vedanta entering into recycling and other companies which are. Does it give you a heft that this sector is becoming now more organized in that sense?
It's getting organized day by day, no doubt in that. But I don't know about Vedanta, but Hindalco is going for e-waste recycling. I heard about them. I don't hear about.
But both are different ball games. Anybody can enter into any business, but both are different ball games. The sourcing is different, the processing is different. So very different ball games.
So if I have to ask you finally, you are at a 300,000 ton capacity at this point in time. You are working on value added copper going forward. What is the total capex that you will be spending over a period of time, next few years, to increase your capacity?
There are many projects in the consideration for which the exact estimates have to be made. But the project that we are doing right now, which is a value added product for copper, which is divided into two phases. First phase would be roughly around 100 crores of rupees, and the next phase would be roughly around 50 crores of rupees. So that is something that we are actually doing right now.
No, India is a net importer of copper, but you are exporting copper from here to China.
So actually, we send a lot of finished goods type. It is not like we send the recyclable resources.
But there is no demand for that.
Correct one fact that we are not net importer, not net exporter of copper. So we import, process, and export. We import, process, and also supply domestically.
No, I'm talking of country as a whole.
Yes, so of course, the country as a whole is a net importer, but to this demand we are contributing by importing, processing, and supplying domestically. But at the same time, we are importing, processing, and exporting too.
Gentlemen, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Your IPO is opening on 24th and closes on 26th. 220 to 232 is the price band, and 1250 crores is the IPO size. The company is valued at little over 8,000 crores at the upper end of the price band. Thank you for watching today IPO Central.